Yeah. Good evening, folks. Going to call the meeting to order here at 1 Academy Street on Tuesday, January 19th at 7 p.m. First item on the agenda is pledge allegiance. Please stand and join us.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Agenda review. The only thing, real estate's already on there. I think that's it. Oh, I got it. Yep.
Did Nicole have something?
She can add it when we go around, if she had something.
Well, I was gonna
Oh.
share during public comment, if
Okay,
that's okay.
that's all right. Mark, you got anything for?
No additions.
Elizabeth?
Do we have a spot for the dedication for the town report?
It's on the thing, but I included something on the end of the packet.
Oh, there it is.
Right,
Okay, sorry.
right.
Got it.
Oh, yeah, right here, C,
Yeah.
9C. Yep.
Okay.
Anything you want to add to the agenda?
No additions to the agenda.
Ed?
All good, Jim, thanks.
David? Nothing?
Okay.
Yeah, the update of the budget information.
Oh, yeah,
And
okay.
we'll do it after the expenditures,
Okay,
do that all at the same time. 7D.
yep. 7D, yeah,
Yeah.
What was it again?
update.
Update?
Can I hear a motion to approve the minutes?
Heather?
What's that?
Did you want to ask Heather?
Oh, sorry, Heather.
What do you,
Heather? Heather?
Yeah.
You have anything to add to the agenda?
I don't have anything to add to the agenda. Thank you.
Yep. Okay. I hear a motion to approve the minutes for January 5th, regular select board meeting by Zoom, regular and Zoom.
I have one correction. It doesn't say January. That's it.
What?
Oh, it doesn't. I left out January.
Oh, okay. She can fix that. Ed made a motion. Can I get a second on that?
I'll second.
All right. Any other discussion about the minutes? Okay, you're none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, ayes have it, with the exception of the changing it to January. Public comment, anybody got anything to discuss that's not on the agenda?
I would like to discuss something.
Yep.
The Swanton Chamber of Commerce nominations for the Swanton 2020 Citizen of the Years are being accepted now. The award recognizes an individual or organization who has been actively involved in the community in any number of ways over the last year. Nominees may have shown leadership and citizenship within the community with the vision to better the community. Anyone may make a nomination. Submissions will be received by February 12th at 5 p.m. And since we're unable to hold a banquet this year, we will announce the recipient during the town village budget information meeting before town meeting day.
Nice.
You can find that information on the chamber website.
Thank you. Anything else?
I'd also just like to share with you all, as the rec department, I have had the pleasure of helping Vermont After School develop a youth council for Swanton. And it is a very exciting initiative to get young people statewide to support communities and build an environment that they'd like to embrace. And Vermont After School is helping us develop a grant program for the young people to moderate. And so looking forward to having them be involved with some great changes in Swanton for the next year.
Thanks.
Good at it.
All right.
Nicole, thank you.
Last call for public comment. We're good. The law enforcement, just the animal control monthly report,
It's on page 4,
page 4.
pretty short.
Yep, is Jim on with us or no?
No.
No. Did you not tell him to zoom in or no?
No, you got the copy of the agenda. I did email him today because I hadn't gotten the report yet. And he sent it.
Okay. Yeah. In the future, make sure he zooms in for the meeting if it's his time to be here, so we can talk to him. All right. Yeah. Yeah, these are all December, so. Wow.
Nice. He's been busy though.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, certain ways to. No, that's good for me. Not that I can answer any questions, but. Anybody, anything else on the animal control?
Nothing.
Alright, new business, executive session for personnel. Are we gonna
That
go-
would be me.
That'd be Amy?
Yes.
Yeah,
Alright,
and also that would be personnel and legal, it's combined.
okay. Alright, okay. Hear a motion, we go in executive session?
I make the motion that we find that we enter executive session for the select board to receive confidential, contractual, real estate personal information for which a premature disclosure to the general public would clearly place the select board and others at a substantial disadvantage.
Need a second?
I second it.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it.
I move that based on just made findings that premature disclosure would place the select board and others at a substantial disadvantage, we enter executive session.
You get a second on that?
I'll second that.
Alright, Heather, good. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We're now in executive session at
So,
7:05.
JR, I'm gonna put you back in the waiting room.
Alright,
Do we have a second?
get a second on that?
I'll second that.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Heather?
Heather?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We're now back in our regular meeting.
Okay.
I hear some, oh, okay.
Chair Fox.
We're on maybe, so.
The motion
Yeah.
concerning leader evaporator would have to be done in open session.
That's what I'm doing
That's what we're gonna do right now, yeah.
now. I make the motion that the select board authorize entering an employment agreement with leader evaporator, subject to town attorney's approval.
Elizabeth,
Yeah,
we're not entering into the employment agreement.
no, it's basically that they're going to maintain 58 jobs.
Yeah,
Is-
that's their employment agreement with the
Yeah,
state.
not ours, it's
Yeah.
theirs.
Yeah, they have to maintain a certain number of people employed there.
But
So
we sign it off.
but we have to, okay, Brian to approve it to satisfy the state.
Okay.
He has to look at it. So we just read it the way he wrote it there.
Yeah,
As long as it's satisfactory to the town attorney.
okay,
I second that motion.
alright.
And do you want Mark to sign it?
Yeah, me or Mark, whatever, I don't care.
Somebody's gonna make it motion other than me or you then.
Yeah, yeah. Well, either Mark or I can sign it, that'll make it easier. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Aye. Ayes have it. And I need a motion to increase the, animal control's pay, $50 more a month.
I make a motion that we increase the animal control's fees by $50 a month.
I will second that motion.
Alright,
Just for the record, that's 2,600 now.
yeah, to $600 a month for Jim Benson, animal control officer. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. David, you can contact him tomorrow, let him know that we've done that for him. Okay?
Yeah.
Alright.
And when would that become effective? Right now?
February 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah.
February 1st, fine, I think. Yep.
All right.
Yep, fair enough. Anything else? We can go back to, I think that was it for executive session things. Announce posting date for 2021 town warrant.
Yeah, that's, just to let everyone know that town warrant will be, there's a copy on the table. That's to be posted on the 29th of January. And, Tanya gave me, well, no, she has stuff. Did I think, yeah, I handed it out to everybody.
Yeah.
She has, the one that gets signed. You can't-
I have it.
You have it.
Yeah.
So if the board wants, you could approve it and sign it tonight. And then, it'll meet the legal requirements to be done by Friday. And the thing that I wanted the board to look at on this, the warrant mentions that the informational meeting we have every year for town meeting, which is the Monday prior to town meeting, is gonna be held in this room. Because we talked about that before and everyone wanted to keep it here. So, and it would be less people in here than it would be if we doubled up with the village. So I just want to be sure of that, because once it's approved and signed, that's it.
We're not,
You're locked in with this room.
it's not gonna be open to the public anyway, it's gonna have to be
Yeah, it
by
has to
Zoom, so.
No, it'll be by Zoom, but public can zoom in.
They can zoom in,
So-
which is fine, yeah.
Yeah, but they, because of the number
That's right,
restrictions.
I mean, it's only a month away, a little over a
Right.
month away, so it's not
And,
too much in that one.
Yeah, but it is a public meeting, so
Yeah.
by Zoom they can participate.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
No, we can, there's no reason why we can't have it here and you can have Zoom and.
And I think it'd be safer with less people in the same room.
Alright.
So you can look through what she put together and
You double check that.
Triple checked it now, quadruple checked it.
Sure.
Heather, when you get a chance, if you could drop by and sign it on your own here during the week, the clerks will have it.
I can do that. That's no trouble.
If you could do it before Friday, that would be great, because that's when she has to post it on the wall. Yeah, it'll.
I can try to swing by tomorrow morning.
Pardon me?
Just stop tomorrow.
Okay, good.
You need a motion to
Yeah.
approve the warning.
Yep.
I'll make the motion to approve the warning for the Town of Swanton annual meeting dated Tuesday, March 2nd, 2021.
I second it.
Any other discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Alright, we'll sign this real quick. Oh, Old Town business, we already talked about later, so we're good on that. We didn't have anything else to add, no. Community economic development,
Okay,
updates,
so there are updates in your packet.
okay?
It's gonna look an awful lot like the last 2 weeks. It's basically just been continuing on with what I've been working on. The Better Places grant, which if you remember is the demonstration project.
Thank you.
That will implement some of the suggestions that are coming out of the alternatives meeting that we'll talk about. That application is due on Friday, so I've been working on that. It's an actual application. The Better Connections grant, not to be confused with the Better Places grant. The letter of intent, that was to do the village master plan, but that application has to come through the town because we have the municipal plan and all of that. That letter of intent went in last week, so that's done. And then there's some further information on that. The Riviera Hotel brownfield project is still moving slowly ahead. We met with the DEC. They have a BRELA program, and I was gonna print out what BRELA stood for, but basically it will eliminate any liability that the village would have if they either change the criteria for the brownfield, say that you can have so many parts per million and they change it.
Yeah.
You're not liable for that change, or if they
Yeah.
find something else.
Yeah.
You're not liable for that. So that's basically what the program does, and then it makes you eligible for some additional funding. So we met, with the DEC on that, so that's kind of moving forward. And I got a couple other, let's see, so the revolving loan fund, we talked about that's sort of, along, in conjunction with the SCP, that's to provide some low interest, zero interest loans for businesses. And then, we're gonna apply for funds to do the brownfield cleanup at the Riviera Hotel. The other thing is out on the, and I know this is FCIDC, but will affect Swanton businesses. There is a page that has webinars on to assist small businesses or people wanting to start a business. We've been collecting those and putting them out on the FCIDC website. And as I noted, I posted on Front Porch Forum on Friday, and there were 122 hits over the weekend. So it is driving some traffic. There are a lot of interesting things on there about financial literacy, how to write a business plan, what's P&L statement and some other things that we found that there really is a need for those out there. So working on that. The other two things have visuals. As you know, we're kind of trying to make sure that we drive, so let's see, the downtown scoping study first. This will be going out, Nicole is kind enough to help me. We're gonna put this out starting next week, and it's gonna be on websites. This is the alternatives meeting for the downtown scoping study. It will be by Zoom. There is a roundabout as one of the alternatives, so if you love or hate a roundabout, join us on Wednesday, January 27th at 6:30 via Zoom to see what the roundabout may look like.
Weren't there discussion, I thought, maybe you and I had a side discussion of putting what that looked like out there ahead of time? So that
We
could see
did,
that?
but we were concerned that people would, there would be too many questions
Okay.
and not a way for us to answer them.
That makes sense.
So we decided not to, and that's the only reason why. It was just, there was no way to collect that, a good way to collect that data, and there might be some
And
misconceptions.
that's going out social media sites and then
Yeah.
posting businesses around?
Yep.
I'm gonna personally deliver
We're
it to
gonna
the businesses I'm
One
recommending.
thing to note about roundabout, it probably is gonna eat up all those parking
Nope.
spaces.
It takes up one part of one parking space right in front of the village green. We've seen it, it's a
Well, it'd be
little,
good to see what they
Yeah.
have to post then.
yeah, and it does increase pedestrian access.
I think
It's really cool.
I think it's important, whether you're village
Yeah, well,
resident,
I tell you
town
what,
resident, to.
I left you this morning, went down this way, across the end of the park to go over to Spring Street. Can I get out? Can I get out?
I think if everybody just keeps an open mind.
Yeah.
And look at what the goals were that we were trying to achieve. You may not achieve them all with
Yeah.
one or the other, maybe it's a mixture of things.
Yeah.
But I think anything, somewhere stepping forward, think 10 years down the road, don't think next week,
Mhm.
because I think that's a shortcoming of 10, 12 years ago, was thinking what's ahead.
Right, and the other thing to keep in mind is, so what we'll be able to do is say you like some parts of this, but you like other parts of that, we can kind of mix and match, as long as it's feasible to do that, and they had a lot of elevation and, you know, things that seem kind of no-brainers we couldn't do, which is part of the reason I want people involved, is if something doesn't work, you'll know why, because it's an elevation or whatever issue. So, the 27th, that's a week from tomorrow at 6:30 via Zoom. Then the other thing, it will look nicer than this, I just printed it off my printer in the back. It's to remind people to shop local, we got Valentine's Day coming up, so we're gonna get these out to businesses too, just say, show love, shop local. So we just, as part of the Shop Local Swanton initiative. So working on that. And I think that's it. Did anybody have any questions?
No, I just would like to add, I certainly thank you, Elizabeth, for your work. You do a lot behind the scenes
Oh,
that we don't necessarily see in front of our eyes. We don't necessarily see it so much as a tax dollar relief or anything like that, but I think you do a lot that doesn't get recognized, that we don't see on the surface. So again, appreciate your effort and your hard work.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm very happy doing it. And so far I have all A's in my class.
Well, that's good. Good.
Probably got it too. So,
Anything else for economic development? You go ahead, Heather? Expenditures, general orders. You dig that out?
We have two sets of orders.
Oh, yeah, of course we do.
End of December, year end, and then the first week of January.
I'll make sure a motion to accept the general orders dated 12/16/2020 to 12/31/2020. If that's what
A
it's-
second on that? Yep, that's all right, we'll start right there. Yep.
I second it.
All right, discussion? Anybody wanna take a minute and look at it? I really looked at it, there wasn't anything significant. Anything else, Don? I'm good. All right. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Heather?
Aye.
Opposed, ayes have it. And then let's do the other general orders.
That one on the highway.
let's just do the general, then the general will be done, and we'll go highway. General orders up from 1/1/21 to 1/19/21. Need a motion on those?
I make a motion to accept the general orders 1/1/21 to 1/19/21.
I'll second that.
All right, any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Now we'll do highway. Monday.
I'll make a motion to accept the highway orders dated 12/16/2020 to 12/31/2020.
I will second that.
All right. Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Let's do the other highway.
I'll make a motion to accept the highway orders dated 1/1/2021 to 1/19/2021.
I second it.
All right. The only discussion on there is the oil pan was for the international pump truck, single axle, on back, so
I saw that.
not a big deal, but just to clarify
I
that.
fixed it in account scale, I
Yeah.
didn't
All right.
for it.
No big deal, just to keep it straight. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it. Payroll.
I make a motion to accept the payroll orders 12/16/2020 to 12/31/2020.
I'll second that.
All right. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Do the other one. Payroll for 1/1 to 1/19.
I'll make the motion to accept the payroll order dated 1/1/2021 to 1/19/2021.
I second that motion.
Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I did have just a quick question.
Aye.
How are we doing on overtime as far as hiring the stones? We're doing all right?
We're doing all right. Nothing,
That was good.
kind of
Haven't
a
been,
little storm, but.
yeah.
We're in January now, had a lot of large weather, so.
Yeah. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Yeah, we had a deed to recap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm used to it.
Get a good name tag. Turn it around.
I colored my hair, so I think everybody thinks of me differently
I
now.
wish I could.
Well, at least you got very colored.
Yeah, right. So lucky. I save a lot of money not getting a haircut.
Yeah. Yeah, I already signed this one. Who's got sign? Oh, this just had it, this was done.
That's it. So the other item on that I have on the agenda is updated on the highway and general fund budgets. When I was setting the amount to be raised by taxes today, the numbers didn't exactly look right to me when I started looking at the subtotals.
Kathy, can you give me just 1 second?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So I can see what you're.
Oh, that's fine, okay.
All right, thank you.
There.
Heather, you can sign those when you come by tomorrow too. Hear me?
You hear Kathy, Heather? You can sign those orders when you come by tomorrow also.
Okay.
Go ahead, Kathy.
So
You're
one,
Okay.
What?
That it?
Yeah, they're all signed. Yeah.
so when I was doing the warrant today, putting the numbers in, I was looking at the subtotal and the totals, and I kept looking like they didn't add up. So I re-added the columns manually with the calculator and found out that in the highway fund, it actually added the capital reserve, and town garage, 77,500 was added in twice into the highway fund. So, and then on the flip side, on the general fund, the appropriations, it got deducted on the highway. No, yeah. And notes. It deducted it from, the appropriations got deducted. So instead of adding the 40,489, it actually deducted it. So I had to add it back in, plus add it back in. So it changed the overall, I think I have it sent to you. So it ended up by those changes that the highway budget went down 77,500. So the overall budget for the year was a 0.40 increase instead of 5.94. So that's good. And the general fund, it went up because it deducted the 40,490. So I had to add it back in, which is 80,980. So the budget changes was 2.61 decrease instead of 9.16 decrease.
Still a decrease though.
Right, still a decrease, but I mean, I was,
Can't beat that.
so basically what it changed was those numbers and the budgets all together. So we have to reapprove the budgets as you're looking at them right now, except for the $600 that we added to the animal control. So if you want to approve the highway budget as you're seeing it, and you can approve the general fund subject to the $600 increase to animal control.
Okay.
And if you have-
Yeah, but it's not gonna change the amount on the, it's gonna change the budget amount.
By $600.
Okay, cause you're gonna increase it. We don't have enough money to take, in that,
Isn't that 9,300 enough for animal control?
we have enough allotted in there that we don't have to increase it, right?
It probably will cover it, because the only reason it was so
Well,
much
that,
last
it
year is
shouldn't
we
have
had
changed from what we're
$3,500
paying the previous
increase,
officer
we don't.
Right.
to what we're paying, cause we're
So
paying
we're
him
not
more.
doing an increase, we're just increasing the pay and not increasing the budget.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Got it,
Yeah.
perfect, so you can
Yeah, no,
approve the budget as it is.
okay. So we need a new motion to approve the highway and one to approve the general.
Yeah.
Right, okay, all right. So I hear a motion to approve the highway,
I make a motion that we approve the highway as is.
And I will second.
all right, any other discussion on the highway? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Heather?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, ayes have it. General budget, hear a motion to approve that?
I'll make that motion to approve the general budget for 2021.
I second that motion.
Any other discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it, thank you. Okay, spenders done, highway, updates, the Volvo truck had some repairs a couple weeks ago. The guys had to order another part, exhaust part for the emissions last week, which was ridiculously expensive, it was $2,100 for a piece of plate about this big. We have no choice, but we had to buy it from the dealer, so, the part's been bought, fixed, and the problem's taken care of, so. But everything's back to no oil cans on the other truck, so. Everything's up and running, the guys have been doing a fabulous job up there, they've been working on some of the pickups and fixing up some of the body
Looks
work
good.
and, yeah, so we get them inspected. I just wanna say that we're lucky to have the crew we have up there, that if we didn't have these guys that could work on these trucks, it would cost us.
Well, I think that's the important part is the ability, mechanical
Mhm.
ability of these guys, is a lot of money.
The other thing I wanted to throw out there is, we have money in our truck replacement fund to buy another new truck. I'd like to start looking into the options of replacing one of the trucks we have,
Are you talking?
one of the tandems.
Okay.
Yeah. The last truck we bought was 5 years ago. Now we saved enough money, we put away money every year to put towards a truck replacement. If you keep running these trucks forever, they're just gonna fall apart, they're gonna start nickel and diming to death. If we keep up with it, get a new truck every 5 years, we got a rotation going that, we got decent equipment. We would obviously trade one in so we get something for it, but
What's the average cost?
probably 200,000 for a new truck all set up. Yeah. The one of the ones that we, the other international team we had in 2013, we seem to have the most problems with. Unfortunately, it's not the oldest truck we have, but I think it's probably one we should unload. And I know the guys think the same thing. But it's $6,000, $8,000, $10,000 a year with emissions on it, that there's always something wrong with it. Kind of nickels and dimes us. But I think we should look for, get some prices and go from there.
Yeah, it may be a good time to do it now,
Yeah.
rather than wait
Well-
4 or 5 years, because we're gonna have to deal with the sidewalk equipment.
Mm-hmm.
We have to get the sidewalks up.
And the other thing is, when you order a truck, you order it now, you're not gonna get it before October, November. It takes 8-9 months to get a truck and put it together and build it. But I'd like to get some bids on them and go from
You
there.
go with just Clark or you?
Then we go with everybody, you have to have at least 3 bids, yeah, no, I mean, Clark's is always a good
So
deal.
Clark and JV and who else?
Clark, J&B, who else? So you got Western Star, you got Charlie Boys, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's 3, 4 of them, Sheldon trucks, yeah. Yeah. But Clark's is always the best, because they specialize in them, but doesn't mean you have to go with them, so. But, and the other thing was, we've talked about it, the guys have looked back and forth, that some sort of sweeper to go on the loader or the backhoe to do spring cleanup with the sand and stuff.
Yeah.
The thing we have now tows behind the tractor, it's probably about 150 years old. That just sweeps the sand off the side of the road. I looked at, I haven't looked at, they make other options you can put on there that it sweeps it into the bucket. They found one that was just a broom to go on the loader, and it doesn't. I mean, it'll work, it'll help it sweep up, they can actually sweep the sand in the bucket of the backhoe or whatever, use 2 pieces of equipment rather than shoveling and sweeping by hand.
Yeah. And I'd rather see them pick it up, possibly reusing, than just.
Yeah, it wouldn't be much reusing, but at least clean it up. But we have a equipment replacement fund for.
Now, do you think that the possibility, with that being said, is a time to maybe possibly buy something that could handle the sidewalk at the same time, which is gonna brush on it and use it for multi-use?
They don't really make, I mean, they make the sidewalk plow with a sweeper and stuff, but, they don't make one that picks up the sand and stuff like that. That's just the problem with that.
Because I was down at Home Depot this past weekend, they had this machine, it looked like a gator, so to speak.
Yeah.
And it had the broom on the front, and it had a thing right behind it, it was just loading it. And
Yeah,
It was a little different than what Swanton had, but it really got my attention,
Yeah.
thinking 5 years down the road, so I wondered if you could combine.
yeah. We can look at the options and see what's out there. We certainly
You
can.
can get 2 birds with 1 stone, maybe it's overkill for one, not the other,
Yeah.
but something I think we should
Yeah,
look at.
no, we can look, yeah. We can certainly look, because it's not gonna be too long in the future we're gonna have to do something,
Exactly.
so. But I just wanted to throw that out there on the table, so that's what we're up to. Anybody got anything else for highway? All right, any other necessary business? Determine the place for the 2021 year budget informational meeting, we really already talked about that, so.
Yep.
Date for a select board meeting for March, organizational.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
March town meeting is what, the second?
The second.
Second.
Yeah.
And normally every year, it's.
We always move
Wednesday.
it to the next day after, which is Wednesday.
Yeah.
So if you wanna set that tonight, well, then everyone will know.
Fine by me, yep.
So March
So we'll move
3rd.
the March meeting to March 3rd, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were there, fast approaching already.
What's that?
Another year down.
Yeah, 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 that's right, almost there. Discuss town report dedication.
You know,
I'll
on the
let
back,
you take that, David, we kind
Yeah,
of talked to me about some ideas he had, and I thought that was a good idea, so.
I have the color ones and the other remember.
That's all right, we got it in black and white.
Yeah,
We got the gist of
these are the covers I designed, and I'll finish the,
Looks good.
report for the select board this week. There's the front cover outside, front cover inside, and then the back cover outside. And what I was thinking, we have no particular individuals to dedicate it to this year in town. Typically, it's someone who's done something for the town during the year, extraordinary. And then they get noted in there. Sometimes living people, sometimes deceased. And this year, there isn't anyone in particular anyone can think of for the past year. So what I thought given the fact that COVID shut down everything last year and kind of locked everyone into staying home, that we just put in kind of an appreciation for the town, that people can still travel around town and see all these beautiful things that we have here. And that's what the inside of the front cover is for. That is great paragraph down there. So that would be a little bit different this year, but it's more of an appreciation for the town rather than a dedication to any particular person.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I'll be honest, I did have a couple names
Yeah.
that I was gonna present tonight. Both Danny and Joel, for their many years of service to this community. Whether we go with this one, I'm fine with that, but them were the names that I was gonna throw out tonight to dedicate both to this year.
This kind of covers everybody, because last year everyone suffered.
But again, so we wanna recognize what they've done. for the
Yeah,
past-
and also the fact that we can still
Yeah.
enjoy Swanton, even though
Yeah.
you can't go out of state, but there's plenty to see here in town, that's nice,
Can
so.
we put something in the back with thanking them for all your service?
Or a block a year.
Well, someone would have to write it up, because, you know, unless it's somebody I know, like,
I'll say we possibly hold off a year. I think they're worthy.
Yep.
Certainly recognize them, not just a little blurb, that's just my opinion,
Okay.
that's just me.
yeah, we could jot down some things, ideas.
We certainly don't get somebody that comes into any community for 30 years in multiple facets,
Mhm.
multiple that have done what they've done.
Yeah.
That's just my take anyway.
Mhm.
I would like to throw out that maybe just a sentence about first responders, particularly the EMTs who have to deal with COVID, who are dealing with COVID
Good idea.
Mhm.
That could even be mentioned in the select board report.
Yep.
Yeah, and, you know, tied in with all
Sure.
the stuff I put in there.
Can you clarify for me, just to make sure I heard it right? You're proposing we dedicate it to those that were, how did you call it? People that were still working during the shutdowns?
Who are you talking to, Gary?
You.
Not necessarily how they
Not
won't
David.
to the community itself,
To the community itself?
yeah.
If you look at the inside of the front cover, it
Okay.
points out that even though we were limited to being in Swanton and not being able to travel out of state, that there are plenty of nice things to see here in Swanton. You just want to travel around the town. And that's what the point of that was, to,
No car show.
because everyone had to give up a little bit during 2020
Yep.
as far as restrictions go and so forth. So this is a way of letting people know that even though they can't go somewhere else out of state, they can still travel around here and see plenty of nice things within the town.
Yep. Good way to promote.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, David. That's a good job. That's good.
We should have had swans there instead of words.
Oh, well, that's, well, he's looking out there and everything.
The swans are in there somewhere.
Yeah,
Then.
they are.
Yeah.
Oh, they're in the, yeah, in the front.
I think it looks good.
The swans are in the front cover of one of those pictures.
Yeah. Public comment. Anybody? Last call on that? You're good. Upcoming. Oh, yeah. Upcoming events. Planning Commission, Wednesday, January 20th, 6 PM by Zoom. DRB, Development Review Board, Thursday, January 28th, 6 PM by Zoom. Next select board meeting will be Tuesday, February 2nd, 7 PM by Zoom for public. It'll be here at the town complex. Executive session, we're good on that. I hear motion adjourned.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the select board meeting at 8:19.
I second the motion. Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Holy smokes.
We're adjourned.
Thank you.